Okay, hello there. I'm Dennis. Thanks very much for dropping in. Today we're going to walk through the installation of Redcore Linux. Redcore Linux is a Gentoo based distribution. It's been around quite a while, and we'll go through that a little more later here. What's going to happen is I've already installed it on this machine that I'm working with right this second, the T3500. I've installed it and I recorded that. We'll put that right after I get through here. But then when I get through with that, there'll be a part 2, and that'll be actually living in Redcore for a minute. I installed this, let's see, today's Tuesday, Saturday. So about 4 days I've been working and playing around in it, getting to know a little bit about it. And I tell you, it's worthy of a look. Alright, so let's get started. So I've put it into the ISO now, and I've installed Simple Screen Recorder as well as Audacity. And Audacity's running right now, and so is Simple Screen Recorder. So this is Redcore Linux. It uses the KDE desktop, and I booted into it. Right on the desktop is an install system, so let's double click that. Alright, American English, that is correct. America Chicago, correct time zone. English US, default keyboard is fine. There's not a system. Oh yeah, there's not anything on here, but I don't know what was on it before. So let's say, apparently it's all NTFS formatted. So let's manually partition this. We're going to say next. Let's give it a new partition table. Master boot record. Let's create a partition here. And let's give this 100 gig for the root partition. And let's see, does it have root? Yes. For the flag, say OK. Free space, create. Here we're going to give it 8 gigabytes of swap, Linux swap. There's a flag, say OK. Now the remainder of this will go on one, be formatted ext4. It's going to go on one partition, and that will be /home, and there will be no flag for /home. Say OK. Alright, we should be good with our partitioning. Say next. Give it my full name. Open this installer configure. Already go back. We're saying I need to, I don't have a SSD. To configure a GPT partition table on BIOS, if not done so already, go back and set the partitioning label 8 megabytes. No, we don't need to do that. This is BIOS boot. Name. Go ahead and give it my name there. We could leave it that, but let's name it Redcore. And give it a password. Confirm the password. We're not going to log in automatically. We're going to use the same password for the administrator or root account. Say next. Here's a summary of everything it's going to do that we just went through. I'm going to click install. Install now. Alright. So I've already got a USB FAT32 system plugged in here. If we open that up, open with a file manager, we'll see that I've already got a folder right here called Redcore Linux October 2022. And so when I get through here, this is the simple recording from the simple screen recorder. So while that's installing, this is hooked up to Wi-Fi only, by the way. I wonder if we can, well, I know the sound's working because I'm using Audacity to record it and play it back while ago worked just fine. So let's look through their menu. Let's start on their taskbar. In the systems tray, we got a date and a time, which is wrong right now, but I'm sure it'll correct itself. Got an up arrow for the status and notifications, power management, this kind of stuff, which I kind of think is kind of waste, but okay. And then we got the USB that shows us We got one, actually there's two mounted, the installer. Got the volume icon, a simple screen recorder is running. Here, let's see, we got Dolphin File Manager, and I'm not sure what this is. It says help with the tag on it. I don't have a browser, something. It's help. I'm sure that's fairly certain. I'll find out when I reboot. Dolphin the File Manager, discover the Software Center. We won't open that up till we get into the actual system. Okay. So one thing that might put a person off about they hear that it's based on Gentoo, that might put them off because they're going to think they have to do command line every time they do anything. Well, here in the system we have a GUI right here called Sisyphus GUI, which is a package manager. Let's see, I may be able to just open that up. And it reminds me of several others. But here, if I type in, let's see, simple, press enter, it'll show me simple screen recorder. If I click on it, here's the uninstall and upgrade the system, uninstall orphan packages, and quit. This does a tremendous amount of work for a person. I'm kind of intrigued by Redcore. It's based on Gentoo. I looked at Redcore a couple years ago before I ever actually started creating any kind of videos. I love the wallpaper, but that's the only time. We're going to get a full suite of Office, the LibreOffice, Ocular, that's for viewing documents. Under multimedia, I installed Audacity and it's running right now. It did come with GUVC View, which might open. Let's see if it will. There it is. Whoops, that was a mistake. That works. Pretty nice. Go back to their menu here. Let's start at the top, development. We got Qt5 Designer. We got education. This is the LibreMath stuff. Yep. And we got Lutris and Steam to install those. I don't believe they're installed, but it's right there in the menus to install it. Under graphics, Font Forge, GIMP, WinView for looking at your photographs or pictures, Ocular again, Internet, Chromium, it comes with Chromium and QBitTorrent, Conversation, Multimedia, Audacity, Phonon, audio and video. And see, I don't know a lot of these applications, so I'm kind of intrigued. iBus preferences, system settings, system itself. We got the Vahi Zero Conf browser, Balena Etcher. Check that out. Discover, which was down here. If I can get back to it. There we go. Dolphin the File Manager, HTOP, Info Center. Let's open that up in a second here. Install system, which we're doing right now, and should disappear out of the menu. Comes with a KDE partitioning manager. That's nice. Those are a couple really nice programs. Balena Etcher and Partition Manager. Console, that's the terminal. Manage printing. Menu editor. Let's open that up. See what this is. KDE menu editor. Huh. I'm going to have to explore that. Nice. Alright. Multimedia. I installed Simple Screen Recorder. It did come with VLC. So that brings in quite a few codecs right there. Settings, the system settings. Open up, what did I say? Let's open up Etcher. Won't be able to do a lot probably on this. We're working on the ISO. And I'm probably slowing the install way down. Okay. Yep, I just love that wallpaper. Get that icon back out of the way. Yep, that's pretty nice. So the installer is still working. What did I just click on? Oh, Balena Etcher. Yeah, it may not open in this environment. Info Center. Let's open that up. See if that'll open. There we go. about this system. KDE Plasma, there's Etcher. Let's close it out. I guess we can see what version it is, if it'll respond. Nope. Alright, back to the monitor here. We got KDE Plasma version 5.25.5, Frameworks 598, Qt version 5.15. KDE Plasma. It's using X11, at least on this environment here. It's picking up the processors, the memory, Dell, everything. Even shows the serial number if I wanted it to. System monitor. This is their own KDE system monitor, which is pretty nice. It has a lot of, we call it options, a lot of information available. Energy resource usage, battery. We don't have a battery, but if we did, that would be nice. Graphics, battery, storage, processors, interrupts. That's a lot of information. Alright, so I'm going to just close this video or stop the video for now, and I'll come back when this is finished. It's going to take a minute. More than likely, a lot of it has to do with my Wi-Fi connection. Okay, so the installer is finished now. It probably took 20 minutes, maybe. It took a lot longer than that for me to get booted in, logged in, or booted in to the ISO, download and install Simple Screen Recorder and also Audacity as well. Part of this was me, but it seemed like it took about 20 minutes, maybe 25. So I'm going to say done, and then I'm going to start saving this, and I'll catch you on the installed environment. Okay, so that's going to complete part one, the installation. And like I've said, I've actually lived in Redcore now for a few days, and I've really enjoyed it. It's worth taking a look at anyway, even if you just set it up in a virtual box and take a look at it. As a matter of fact, I got VirtualBox installed here, and also in this VirtualBox, I have Redcore Linux set up. And if I want to experiment, I can do it on that. And if I bork that system, who cares? Anyway, that's going to do it for part one. So stay tuned for part two. Thanks for watching. Peace out, guys. Bye.